All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So we got a market that is in sync on the short side, and we're getting a bit of a bounce in the morning right now, just to kind of trap people. Okay, so we're getting a bit of a sell-off here. Ultimately, our target is 710. Okay, right here, we need to see if we can participate in a. Here it comes. Thank you. What happened? All right, so we took that switch trade short right off the bat to target, and we got very close to closing that target, and the market bounced back. So I got out of it, out of that one, plus 70. It was a fast market too. Here we go. You got that one too? Yeah, that was a good one. You got a captain set up short also right now. Where's everybody today? Is people sleeping still? Money doesn't sleep. Let's go. There's a captain set up short on the 50 NT Renko with an entry of 28 and a quarter. We're getting a little bit of a bounce right here. I was expecting a little bit more as a break of the range. I mean, the market just kind of tagged that range, did not close, and now they're just short covering. It's very tricky there. Kind of overcommitting it right here would have been a stop. Yeah, this one right here. Market is out of sync. Market is out of sync. So that puts it in a place where we're still looking for rallies as a shorting opportunity. We have harmony zone number 2 as resistance. You're getting a very strong. Yeah, you had two of them. You got this one up and this one up. This one is a failure into a captain setup, and that one worked. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning. Good morning. Harmony zone number 2 fast and furious coming up to that level. Yeah, that's good stuff right there. So speed, range, and behavior. Speed, fast, range is contracting. The behavior overall is short based on the 200 Inti-Rinko, but the market made a very forceful candle, and that will reverse the market into 809, and that would lend itself to a bullish market if that continues. But right here, if the market, okay, that's a double top right here, and I can take and see if I can take a push lower. I need to give it a little bit more room because I think I can. Here we go. Thank you. That was a beauty. That was a beauty. So that trade is simple. Captain's it's not captain setup. It's just actually double top against a harmony zone number 2, and the market gave us a high and a even high. Look at it; it's just even moving further. So I knew I needed to kind of slip my target a little bit further, and give it to target number 3, and take my target there. But obviously, the market is giving us more. All right, good stuff. That's the way we like it. Make that money early. Let's talk about ES a little bit here. ES is stronger, a lot stronger than NQ. And the market is challenging that high 440. Ultimately, if you break that 440, you're going to get a continuation trade. If we break anything under 416, we're going to get a weak market. Here you go, a market that gets back up there. Good morning, Becca. Good morning. You're missing all the good action here. You got a double top on harmony zone number 2, and it was just a quick 84 to 67, and there was a switch trade short right here. Here we go. Oh, you did? How did that go? How did that work out, the CPI? Good. I mean, them putting a captain setup short right here is something that we could jump in on. It's against the 70. It's against a lot of things actually. I'm gonna let it be. I mean, if they break the 92, I mean, I almost need 766 in order for the shorts to gain traction. But I could tell, yeah, I mean, see that? I mean, the expectation is to see a flush under 82 with a stop above 800. So we'll see how that one works. Okay, that's not what you want to see, that's for sure. That's a little bit too strong up here, but here we go. I mean, they try to get you out of there. That's for damn sure. So the 81 has to come in. So that's a bit on the tricky side. Okay. How would we know that the shorts are really back in business? You break 760. You're basically clearing harmony zone number 2 and 1. Then most likely they're going to bounce it back into the neutral zone and make a lower high. That happens and the structure of the market is back in sync on the short side. And that means all these buyers here, they're getting whooped with selling pressure. And you're seeing it. You're seeing it happening, which is amazing actually. Oh, that's amazing. Look at that. Look how nasty that is. Marcus back in sync on the short side, looking for rallies as a shorting opportunities. And uh, I'm gonna get out of that trade. A little bit wiggy over here. I think I got in a little bit too. I was too excited, but you know, no harm done here. Let's get out of this one and let's pick on, what is that? That's plus 70. Let's find another entry short. We don't want to see, yes, we don't want to see what they just did here. That's a captain set up long on the 70 anti-Rinko. I mean, the market is in sync on the short side and they put that on. I'm going to be patient and wait because that would be what the F trade going against the momentum here. But you have a captain set up on the 70, so that's Interesting. Let them at least confirm it with a push above 70. So far the market is literally range bound. Mm-hmm. 730, yep. I mean, if they break this captain setup on the 70, that could be a catalyst for a push below 720, then the target of 710, then 690. Switch trade right here, okay? So now they closed, so they need to sell off here. Most likely they will. Here it comes. All right, let's see it. Let's see a bit of a rally if we can. Yeah, a bunch of stops selling under 710. That's the, well, yeah, they're just moving now. They're just moving. Let's see if we can get a rally and capitalize on that. Market is in sync. Okay, let's see it. Let's see it. Run the stops here. I'm gonna go break even plus, and I need that stop run. Yep, I need the stop run. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I could have stayed in it a little bit longer, but that's fine. Make a little bit of money, move on because of this happens. Because so close to top end of the Globex band, they're gonna rubber band this thing back up a little bit. This trade is a premium trade. Damn. Where's Adam on this market? So you see that captain setup here against the 200 and the 100. So the market had a plausible reason to actually rally back up, but the fact that they didn't tells us that the opening range that we had from the 22 to the 782, that opening range in the middle of it is more of a resistance than support. And once the market broke down, then you know that there's going to be momentum picked up. So that's what got us into that trade. And you know, you're getting multi-leg, you know, it's multiple legs of it going down. The market is a giver, so let's stake. Let's keep working. Okay. Okay, so captain set up switch trade that pushed lower, and now they're rolling everybody over. So that tells me that they're trying to support this Globex band. Here we go, another switch trade. So you're gonna get a push back up. I'm gonna be patient with it here a little bit, see what we can do. Market is out of sync here. Two-sided market. Two-sided market right now. Rather be in the direction of the shorts till proven otherwise. That was really a significant event, what they've done here. Is how closely they got to really rolling over that one candle reversal and just simply could not do it. And now you got a sell off. So that tells me that level up here in the 800s are going to be resistance for the remainder of the day. And it could be very similar to what we saw yesterday and what we saw on the 7th. And how the market, got here, could not even muster any strength toward the 666. Don't like that number. And then boom, 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 sell off, sell off, sell off. So you got to like that. Testing harmony zone number 1. All right, all right. Come on, baby. Here we go. I mean, rejecting that level, rejecting it. We're about to get, our market is in sync on the short side again. Let's see a rally back up. They're most likely going to rally it here against the Globex band. So maybe we'll get a bit of a bounce that we could participate in. Double bottom traders are coming in here to play the double bottom. So they're gonna run it up, and if it makes a lower high, ooh, that was good. 66. Hmm. 66. Target is hit. Next target is 635. Let's talk about ES. ES selling off. It's doing what NQ did, getting very very close to closing that candle and selling off. NQ is a lot further down that path than ES, so ES is stronger than NQ, but they're moving as in a similar fashion. What the fuck is this? Target number 2 is coming up. And what's coming up is Globex, and Globex is a big deal. So Globex is 635. I mean, here comes with a switch trade again. All these signals are short signals, guys. Every single bit of it. Here you go, 9 o'clock, and they are selling it off.
Time to get up and go.
Right, gotta take 5-minute break. We'll be back. Okay, that was interesting. Well, it ran that bad boy all the way back up from Globex. Yeah, I mean, Globex is just a solid number. I know that. But that's very forceful. Market is out of sync right now. Testing harmony zone number 1. One thing that's interesting that I'm seeing here is we came to the opening range and sold off at 9 o'clock. Now this is the second time we come up to the opening range and we sell off again. So really they have to kind of break that 722 in order for the longs to kind of take charge. And if they continue to do what they're doing right now, we may end up seeing Globex again. How's everybody doing, by the way? Where we at? Here we go. Okay, the market is back in sync. So now let's look for pullbacks to buy into this market, and we want to see 735. Yeah, there, see that's one other thing that I'm noticing is just whenever they take off a direction, you could see it right here. Boom, boom. I mean, they're just relentless. Relentless. Like there's no serious pullbacks in any way. So here we go. We're back into the opening range. There is an area of 52. That 52 is big time resistance. So we'll see how they react to it once they get there. we'll see what the fuck rate. I mean, even though that it's a captain setup. Yeah, it's a captain setup here. If they close that candle, I mean, they're here we go. I mean, they're gonna sell it off a little bit here. They're ahead of that 52. They're trying to sell off the market. They're probably gonna take it to 16 against that 44.75. I'm not gonna participate in that. I'm just gonna be patient here. Maybe trap some people first. Very possible. Because it's not moving with any momentum. So like here, we should have been already at 16. And the market just simply just sitting there, bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. So if they keep doing that, most likely they're gonna run up to the 52s and then come back in, yeah. If they put on a 6-prong captain setup, I'm gonna jump in. Okay, no. So they're gonna go. We're going again. We'll be. I mean, if I take a short here, I'll be going against the full momentum. Here we go. Look at that. I knew that they're gonna do it. Just I'm trying to stay with the 200 and the 100. So that 40, 50 area is just such a bear on the market. You got that one? Good for you, man. I liked it. I'm just trying to stick with trades in harmony and premium. So that kind of disqualifies that one, but you could clearly see what they're trying to do though. 24, 06, 06, 10, 4, 6, 20, so 10, 16, 16. Market is in sync. Here we go. Maybe we'll get our long fired up here, but the 50s are going to be a problem. That's where they're going back to the scene of the crime. Come on. Let's go. Come on, baby. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. So, I mean, that was a trigger trade. Could have taken advantage of that one. Coming up, 52, 53 into the target of 60. He trigger trades, yeah. Trigger trade, railroads. Trades are very good as a add-on opportunity. 60, here we go, 60. I get it. Now, next target, 785. 785. Probably going to come back to retest 50, but we'll see. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis with a target of 785. We'll reevaluate longs. I mean, really, if we break 700, but first line of defense is harmony zone number 1, and then you got the 715 needs to hold. So we're expecting a bit of a pullback here. That 52 resistance. All right. Give me 1 second. Be back. A lot of choppiness going on here. I get this part. That was a good one, I guess. That's a railroad, 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 railroad. Bunch of them here. See that 52 that we're talking about, how the market just simply went above it a little bit, came back in 52, 53, and just kept oscillating. So why was that a number that is important? Look. See, that's the opening range between 8 and 8:30, and that's the middle of it. And that's a place where the market will run up to, and at least at a minimum pause, the majority of the time. That's where the initial break happened with that captain setup on the 70, and then the market just sold off, retested it once here, retested it again here with a lower high to trap people, and ran it up. So that's why that level is important. Potential 6-prong captain setup short on the 50 NT Renko. So here we go. Market is playing games here. 41. See, they're bringing it back in again. Yeah, they're oscillating a lot here. That would be what the fuck. I mean, I like these 6-prong captain setups if they happen, but this one is not happening yet. The longs are just in charge here. What the fuck? Man, they are trying to get me into this short at 40.75. They are. I know they are. I mean, they put a switch trade here. They may have to sucker me into it. 40.75. And that'll get us to 30s. I mean, I'm just going to put that order right here and add to it here if they bring it in, and if they don't, they don't. Yeah, okay, that's good. I don't want to. That's fine. I'm canceling. Speed, range, and behavior. Speed is slow, range is expanding, behavior is long, but we got this 50 NT wrinkle captain set up short that is threatening to be a 6-prong captain setup if we break that 40.75. So I'm, patiently waiting to see if it does that. If it does, it's worth a shot at a 1 contract trade. It's against that 52s that we talked about early on. So there's a lot of things going on for that trade, but it's going to be a scalp because we're going against that, the momentum. I mean, they're not giving up anything here. Yeah, here we go. That could lead to a push higher. Yep. Okay. So that idea, null and void, never got there. I mean, they could play the game of selling it to 47. $65 entry will take us to 85. It'll be 72, then higher. That's a double switch trade right there. The 50s are gravitational. They're pulling both the shorts and the longs in that one range. So we need to break out of this range. First reaction short to it, one here and another one here. But the market is not really moving out of this zone. It's just building stops, building stops. Ain't no sunshine. Here we go. Let's see. I mean, the longs are just having their way so far. Overall, I mean, look at the market's in sync. We came to the middle of the range, bounced right back up. You have a target of 785. Every small itty bitty pullback, they're buying it. They put a captain setup short on the 50 and they rolled it over. Yeah. Favor the longs and the shorts so far. Okay, let's go back to this one. So now you're getting a probability event. What's the probability of this candle closing higher at 66 versus it challenging the bottom end of this captain setup? There's more chance that this will resolve itself. Like if you do 10 of these, about 7 or 8 of them will break the 41 versus making a captain setup failure and then roll over at 67. So you're gonna see probably a bit of a push toward that 40. I'm not gonna participate in it though. I'd rather see that 40 come in, sell off to 20, and look for a buying opportunity. All right, let's see it. Let's see it. You know you want to do it, so do it. Don't keep people in suspense. And the 40 will get you to 34, and they'll bounce it right back up a little bit. Man, man, that 50 range is just churn, churn, churn. Could it be that this is one of the times where it runs up to 66 and a half? It can happen. I'm not buying this or selling this. I'm gonna let the market break out of the ranges first, and then I'll play the move after that. Like if I want to bet on anything, I'll bet on the 40 coming in, flushing people, then buyers stepping back in. There you go. See that 35 we talked about and bringing it back in? Yep. All right. So why we thought about it in those terms? Because, I mean, we were talking about it. So here, right here, you're putting a captain, like if you go back in history and look at that formation, got a captain set up, and then they don't put a 6-pound captain setup. They run it up 1 or 2 candles and then reverse. On that reversal candle, the probability of a continuation follow through of the downward pressure is a lot higher than them reversing it one more time and put a switch trade against that captain setup. Especially on those big, 50, 50 NT Rinko or 70 NT Rinko, you see that probability of that event higher. Sorry guys, I thought I was talking in the mic. Damn it. But I took that trade up there on a pullback. That 52, I'm telling you, that 52 is a gravitational pull. They're playing around with the opening range and trying to get as many people to trip out. So people who are just thinking in terms of a breakout, they're just taking them out. Then once they run a stop, they buy back in and take it to the middle of the range and then spend a lot of time rotating. And all that type of behavior is designed to get rid of the majority of traders on both sides. Makes people impatient on the long side or overcommitting before a pullback, and then scared into giving their trades away right before the market bounces right back up. So we have to recognize what they're doing here. Trade is all right. Now pullbacks are buyable again on a swing trade basis. We'll see if this pullback here, if it happens, how well they're gonna handle the, maybe make a higher low, and we could jump back up. The target is 785. Then you got another target number 2, which is 796. Then you have target number 3, 716. Then you have a bigger target after that, and the market can keep going. From a bigger perspective, you're seeing a pullback into Globex, and that got rejected on the short side. Market reversed, giving you a V tapered type of price action. So sold off yesterday, opened up with CPI into a bigger stop run above that high, came back to retest. Now you're running back up into these levels. So you're getting that type of behavior, and the overall trend is a long trend. All right, it's 10 o'clock. I got a 5-minute break. I'm going to take it and come back in. Well, damn. Look at that bad boy. That became a big, big old winner. Became a big old winner. Target is hit. Next target is 835. Let's see if they. So, I mean, that was a little bit of a tricky move, but I mean, we understood that. We understood what they were trying to do. They're just trying to shake people out. Took one scalp into the middle of the range. Market made a switch trade, ran up. Switch trade ran up. I don't know if Marty took advantage of any of those switch trades because that's momentum right here. There you go. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's go. Good job. I knew, Marty. I mean, what did we say early in the morning? It's going to be a big day, a lot of money to be given. Let's go. Now we are about to hit that 885. What the fuck trade? Let's go. Let's go. It's on, baby. It's moving. Okay, so what we're getting here is a bit of a pullback, testing harmony zone number one. I think we'll get a little bit more of a pullback potentially to that 10 and 800 to retest. So we'll see what the market does there. They'll bounce it around here. We'll take a look. You have a 87. 87 is, hold on. 87 is a bit of a support to any pullback. And I know at 87 the market, or close to it, the market is gonna close it and probably bounce right back up, but that will reverse the 200 into Rinko. So they're going to be, and the reason why I say this is, here we go. That will be the opening range breakout. So for them to come to that level, the odds are they're going to pause there and bounce it right back up a little bit. It's 10:30. Market is out of sync. It's about to go out of sync here. I think patience is a trade. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities, but this is the backside of the trend, right? That's the trend running up. And when the market disconnect will be the backside of it, and it opens up reversals, it opens up, sell-offs to shake out some of these longs. It opens up a lot of things. So on the back side of the trend, I need to be very careful. The front end of it, I should be aggressive. If we get a captain set up short here, 6 pound captain set up short, I'm just gonna have to come in and take it. If they do it, that's fine. If they don't, they don't. That's fine with me too. Yeah. This will be a scalp for me too, but I'm gonna look to see if we can actually break that 20. It'll be a 20-point trade. If this candle closes higher, then I'm gonna cancel my order. No, it's not. Yeah. Out of sync. Yeah. All right, that's fine. One more shot at it is right here. You remember that trade, the market flushed on that second reversal. So we'll try it here on the 20 NT Rinko. Market is out of sync. Any push above that stop price, I'm gonna have to cancel my order. Okay, I'm canceling my order. Not quite yet, but let's see. Which trade is that gonna be? I mean, that's just not. I'm gonna cancel this order. It's not happening. The market looks like it's gonna reassert itself on the long side with a break of 60. I mean, if they come back down at 47, there's a cause to say, hey, listen, it's gonna reverse, but it has to be like a quick scalp too. It cannot be like a big trade. I'll give it a shot. All right, canceling. Just don't like it. Even if it reverses, I'd rather be long than short. So what the fuck trade? They, man, I tell you, that's the kind of market they try to get me short, and 50 would be a captain set up short here, another captain set up short here. So that will lend itself to an actual push lower to 41. Out of sync. I mean, that would be one opportunity. I mean, we'll give it a shot. See if it works. If it runs up and closes higher, I'll cancel it. I mean, the market is slowing down here, and it's starting to put some, high, lower, high, lower, high push. Captain set up, another captain set up short, then they'll push lower and retest. So as long as I know that I'm going to get it in and probably go to the middle of the range or better on a flush and then get out of that trade. Yeah, this thing is going to start moving. Here we go. My stop needs to be right here. Well, that would suck actually, but we'll see. Market is out of sync against the 70. There's no way they're gonna put captain setup, run it over, put another captain setup, run it over. I guess they could do that. I have a 11-point stop, and I'm gonna lower it down here in a minute. Here we go. I mean, you get to 40, here we go, 40 something. I need a little bit more momentum or I'm out of here. Need a little bit more momentum here. I'm gonna flatten this trade. This is a non-premium. If they end up putting another switch trade right here, I'll jump back in and see. I'll put the order in. And then we'll be looking at $40 and potentially $34. If it runs up, then I'll leave it alone. It's a captain setup switch trade. Yeah, that should. Really? Wow. That sucks. My stop is here, and I need to actually figure out a way to get out of this trade. It needs to sell off again below the 44. I'm out of here. I gotta take a stop on that one. Flat on the stop, trying to work this trade out. I'm gonna leave this area alone. I mean, what happened if they break 47? If they do that, that would be huge. I'll give it one last shot. One last shot. And my stop is going to be tight, and it's going to be right here. If this gets stopped out, then I'm going to call it a day. I know, bro. They got me on that last one for a small stop. We should be selling below 40. A stop is 55 is a legitimate stop. Would I add to it? That's the thing. But I added at 43.75. I mean, let's not get greedy here. Let's make a little bit of money if it's going to give it to us. There's a bunch of stops sitting under 38. So here we go. I need more. Patience. And I should be out of it. Let's see here. Good for them, man. Good for them. Good for them. See if they sell it off enough to get me break even, or I'll take my stop and call it a day. All right. Good for them. Good for them. All right. I'm done with all of this. I'm just gonna keep it captain setup, switch trade into a captain setup, coming back in, then running up. Just a mess. So I'm gonna leave it alone. We're up close to 1,000. That's good enough for one day on a couple of accounts. What is this? Flat and two small stops. Hey, Jonathan, Felipe. How are you, buddy? How you doing? Hey, Peter, good morning. So momentum is on the upside. All right, guys. It is 11 o'clock, and we're up 1,000 on basically 968, 986, two accounts. I'm gonna call this a day. Price action is slowing down. Speed, range, and behavior. Speed is slow. Range is, I mean, it's still expanding on the long side. Be honest with you, and the behavior is long on pullbacks. Big target is 885. We'll reevaluate if we break 820, and call this a day. And it's a good day, and we'll do this again tomorrow. Basically, the trade summary for today, we had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 trades. There are Harmony premium trades. Out of those 6, 4 of them were profitable, and 2 were small stops. Also, we took 5 Harmony trades, are non-premium trades. 2 of them made money, and 3 of them lost money. 1 is flat, and 2 are small stops, and you see them right there. 1, 2, 3. We did not take WTF trades today, so that's a good thing. I'm avoiding those trades like it's the plague, right? Nobody needs WTF in their life, right? And it's a winning day. It's a good day. Let's keep it going. And we'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Have a good one.